As a gardener, are you ever overwhelmed with the amount of things to do? Well, I know I certainly am. I spend time out in the market garden working and planting and harvesting. Sometimes the kitchen garden gets quite a bit behind on maintenance and harvesting and things. So when your lettuce looks like this, it's certainly time to feed it to the chickens. So it's just sometimes there are more things to do than time allows. So all you can do one day to the next is your best. And cut yourself some slack. Part of the reason that we do what we do when we garden or homestead or farm is because we find joy in it. And sometimes we forget to do just that, to take the time to enjoy what we do. So I want to encourage all of you not to despair when your garden looks a little bit like this one, or a lot like this one at the moment, but to just continue. So got some weeds in here, pull up weeds, and I've got a gorilla cart here next to me, so I'm going to harvest all of this, even this, which is very edible, the purslane. We're going to harvest all of this and feed it to the chickens and get this bed cleaned up and ready for something else to go in here. We've made a couple of attempts. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and that is planting and harvesting lettuce in a Texas summer. This time we were not successful at it. The good thing is, with all this lettuce in here, we still had all of this root activity in here, keeping the soil in good shape. It's not uncovered or unwatered because we have our micro irrigation in here that waters all of this. So today it's a matter of doing some maintenance on these beds, getting them cleaned up. But even those of us that do this to feed ourselves and others, sometimes you can have beds and things that just get away from you. So sometimes we are our own worst enemy, and look at all the work that there is to do, which can be overwhelming, and forget to enjoy it. Take some time to remember why we do what we do. Do it for our health, so why stress over it? All we need to do is spend a little time, clean it up. And the good thing is, all this lettuce certainly won't go to waste. This will all get fed to the chickens, who will enjoy it since we can't. In the summer heat, part of the problem here in Texas is once it gets hot, the lettuce just bolts. It won't continue to grow well or taste good. So sometimes you just have to scrap it. In the past, we have, like you just saw, I had the shade cover on here, the Agribon, using it as a shade cover and to keep insects out. But sometimes, despite your best efforts, it's still unable to grow. Even when you shade it, keep it cool. And trying to grow something in a season when it's not supposed to grow is difficult, even for those with experience in doing it. So it'll take a few minutes and I'll get this bed cleaned up and ready for something else. This was some bronze leaf lettuce. Get as much of the soil off the bottom of these plants as we can. We'll renew and refresh the bed and put in some organic amendments for it. And keep it going. Alright, there we go. There's one bed cleaned up. Got this guy in pretty good shape and ready to replant. Got some cucumbers that are suffering from the heat a little bit. But all the contents of that bed are now in here. So I'm going to take that out and get it fed to the chickens. Then I'll come back and start on the rest. Oh, there goes some ducks. I'm out here to bring this stuff out of the garden to the chickens. You guys will enjoy these fresh greens. And whatever bugs might happen to be in there. This older group, it'll take them a while, but they'll come back over here and start eating on this. If you don't have chickens, then you can always just simply compost it. So when we have more than the chickens can use or eat, we will obviously put it on our compost. But for the most part, a few of these a week, cleaning these beds out. The chickens really enjoy the extra greens, and especially these young pullets. They really seem to go after it. Enjoy the grasses and the lettuces, so we give them quite a lot of this. And it's almost time to move these flocks. Maybe another day or two. That's a pretty rooster. Look at that guy. Nice. So anyway, that's the next set of laying hens. These are our pullets. They should start laying about August. So let's go give the rest of this to the other girls. And Festus. And Festus is in here. He's the older rooster with these guys. So we'll get these guys their lettuce as well. I don't know what it is about different groups of chickens. So, like that first group is less enthusiastic about all the greens and stuff that we bring out here to them. And the pullets and these guys really come after it quickly. We got one chicken that's out every day. I call her lucky. She's lucky that something hasn't eaten her. But for whatever reason, that is the only one. She figured out how to get out or fly out. So she's pretty much out every day. And she's waiting to get back in. All we do is lift the fence up for her. I can't, right now I haven't turned it off, so it's hot. Behind these solar electric fences. I don't want to touch them right now. So when I come out later, another trip, I'll turn all the fences off and put Lucky back in. But chickens are all enjoying their greens.